What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Gentlemen and ladies, like if you're like me and you missed Kamala's speech because I was smoking a cigar, we're going to watch it again on this channel. All right? We're going to watch Kamala live. I didn't get to see what she said. She really ain't got nothing to say, to be quite honest. She took that L and she better take it in stride because at the end of the day, these people lied to us. Like a lot of people are on TV acting shocked. Same thing, they were acting shocked when Joe Biden took a fart in his debate. They act shocked. They shouldn't be shocked because they lied to us. She was doing terrible. I mean, people looked at me like I was a three-headed monster when I was on campus. People looked at me like I was a three-headed monster when I was on the local radio show. And I said, Trump is going to win by a lot. It shouldn't even be close. Oh, no, it shouldn't even be close. Something just happened. I'm like a lot louder.
Yeah, I didn't turn up too loud.
It shouldn't even be close. It says I'm unlisted right now. Is it ready yet?
It should have went automatically. I don't know why it's doing that. As soon as I hit live, it should just push it out. Yeah, it's anyway.
All right, it looks like I'm live now. Let me say this real quick because I'm going to go back and replay Kamala Harris. So some of you guys are like me, you missed it, right? People have already watched it. They've already reviewed it. I missed it. I was smoking a cigar, celebrating the victory with my homie, talking about the future of the Republican Party, the future of the nation, the future of the officer Tatum, and I missed Kamala Harris. So we're going to watch it together live. But let me just say this before I go live with Kamala Harris's speech. These lied to us. I feel vindicated. And I think everybody on this live should feel vindicated. We should feel vindicated. I woke up I had the best sleep of my life last night. I feel vindicated because when I was on campus, people were looking at me like I was a three-headed monster. I said, Donald Trump is going to win by a lot. I mean, I don't even know how he doesn't. She has no policy positions. All of this yin yang about her getting momentum and all these celebrities, and like the American people don't give a flying flip about some some actor acting like they like her. These people owe us an apology. Family members, everybody, they owe us an apology. They shamed us for 4 years. And now the retribution is coming back. Let's watch the Kamala Harris speech in case you missed it. Because I missed it. We're going to watch it together. It's only about 15-minute speech. I want to hear her. I want to listen to what she had to say because I think she's absolutely ridiculous and she should be ashamed of herself. What they did to this country is shameful. The lies that they told, the gaslighting that they did, all the stuff they said Trump was, it's finna be over for them for the next 12 years. Why do you say that, Mr. Tatum? Y'all got to put this in perspective. Make sure y'all hit the like button. It's over for them. God knew what he was doing. And I know a lot of people think, God answered my prayers. No, God answered your prayers last time. We just can't see the big picture. God answered our prayers last time when we got Joe Biden. Why? Because Donald Trump was winning. They should have been fair to him in 2020. Therefore, they would have only had 8 years. Now they finna have 12 years. 16 years if you add his first term of Donald Trump and Republicans. Because all that stuff they were saying, Donald Trump is this, Donald Trump is that, Donald Trump is going to be a Nazi and all this other stuff. He's going to ruin the country. It's the end of democracy. And when people realize that it's not an end of democracy, when they realize it was all fluff, it's going to get even worse for them. And I'm going to make a prediction right now. And if I ever sit down with Donald Trump to have this conversation, this is the conversation I'm going to have with him. I'm going to tell Donald Trump, and some of y'all may disagree with me. I love you anyway. Donald Trump, deport these people who are committing crimes And for the people who are working hard, paying taxes, they just don't have citizenship. They're not getting handouts. They don't commit crimes. They're getting an education. They're working every day. Those people, let's get them a path. Now, there could be a penalty, right? As long as you've been here illegally, you got to pay that penalty to the government. You got to pay extra tax or something like that. Now we have the House, the Senate, the presidency, and the Supreme Court. We should be able to get that done. The first people who can get to the mass amount of illegals they didn't let in this country, and the ones who are not criminals, the ones who are not bad, the ones who are not out here hurting people and involved in gangs and all this other stuff, people who are literally just here willing to work and bust their rear end to live the American dream. If we get to those people first and we give them a pathway, in my opinion, we will win that vote and we will have them and not let the Democrats manipulate their way into having these people. And that will be, in my opinion, the nail in the coffin. Let's play the speech. Roll it.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Thank you all. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. So let me say, and I love you back. And I love you back.
And I love you more.
So let me say, my heart is full today. My heart is full today, full of gratitude for the trust you have placed in me, full of love for our country, and full of resolve. The outcome of this election is not what we wanted, not what we fought for, not what we voted for, but hear me when I say, the light of America's promise will always burn bright. As long as we never give up, and as long as we keep fighting. To my beloved Doug and our family, I love you so very much. To President Biden and Dr. Biden, thank you for your faith and support. To Governor Walz and the Walz family, I know your service to our nation will continue. And to my extraordinary team, to the volunteers who gave so much of themselves, to the poll workers and the local election officials.
She should have said this last night.
I thank you all. Look, I am so proud of the race we ran, and the way we ran it, Over the 107 days of this campaign, we have been intentional about building community and building coalitions, bringing people together from every walk of life and background, united by love of country with enthusiasm and joy in our fight for America's future. And we did it with the knowledge that we all have so much more in common than what separates us. Now, I know folks are feeling and experiencing a range of emotions right now. I get it. But we accept the results of this election. Earlier today, I spoke with President-elect Trump and congratulated him on his victory. I also told him that we will help him and his team with their transition, and that we will engage in a peaceful transfer of power. A fundamental principle of American democracy is that when we lose an election, we accept the results. That principle, as much as any other, distinguishes democracy from monarchy or tyranny. And anyone who seeks the public trust must honor it. At the same time, in our nation, we owe loyalty not to a president or a party, but to the Constitution of the United States.
Somebody wrote that speech.
And loyalty to our conscience and to our God. My allegiance to all three is why I am here to say, while I concede this election, I do not concede the fight that fueled this campaign.
Empty platitudes.
The fight for freedom, for opportunity, for fairness, and the dignity of all people. A fight for the ideals at the heart of our nation, the ideals that reflect America at our best. That is a fight I will never give up. I will never give up the fight for a future where Americans can pursue their dreams, ambitions, and aspirations, where the women of America have the freedom to make decisions about their own body and not have their government telling them what to do. We will never give up the fight to protect our schools and our streets from gun violence. And America, we will never give up the fight for our democracy, for the rule of law, for equal justice, and for the sacred idea that every one of us, no matter who we are or where we start out, has certain fundamental rights and freedoms that must be respected and upheld. And we will continue to wage this fight in the voting booth, in the courts, and in the public square. And we will also wage it in quieter ways, in how we live our lives, by treating one another with kindness and respect, by looking in the face of a stranger and seeing a neighbor, by always using our strength to lift people up, to fight for the dignity that all people deserve. The fight for our freedom will take hard work, but like I always say, we like hard work. Hard work is good work. Hard work can be joyful work. And the fight for our country is always worth it. It is always worth it. To the young people who are watching, it is... I love you, Bob.
I love you, Bob, too.
To the young people who are watching, it is okay to feel sad and disappointed, but please know it's going to be okay. On the campaign, I would often say, when we fight, we win. But here's the thing. Sometimes the fight takes a while. That doesn't mean we won't win. That doesn't mean we won't win. The important thing is don't ever give up. Don't ever give up. Don't ever stop trying to make the world a better place. You have power. You have power. And don't you ever listen when anyone tells you something is impossible because it has never been done before.
I see why she waited to give a speech. Somebody wrote that.
You have the capacity to do extraordinary good in the world. And so to everyone who is watching, do not despair. This is not a time to throw up our hands. This is a time to roll up our sleeves. This is a time to organize, to mobilize, and to stay engaged for the sake of freedom and justice and the future that we all know we can build together. Look, many of you know I started out as a prosecutor, and throughout my career, I saw people at some of the worst times in their lives. People who had suffered great harm and great pain, and yet found within themselves the strength and the courage and the resolve to take the stand, to take a stand, to fight for justice, to fight for themselves, to fight for others. So let their courage be our inspiration. Let their determination be our charge. And I'll close with this. There's an adage an historian once called a law of history, true of every society across the ages. The adage is, only when it is dark enough can you see the stars. I know many people feel like we are entering a dark time, but for the benefit of us all, I hope that is not the case. But here's the thing, America, if it is, let us fill the sky with the light of a brilliant, brilliant billion of stars. The light of optimism, of faith, of truth, and service.
I love you back.
H.U. And may that work guide us, even in the face of setbacks, toward the extraordinary promise of the United States of America. I thank you all. May God bless you, and may God bless the United States of America. I thank you all.
Bye. Goodbye. Now, let me just say this real quick. Listen, in all honesty, great speech. That was a great speech. The problem is she don't really mean it. That was an incredible speech. If Kamala Harris was talking like that, the entire campaign trail, instead of lying about Donald Trump and lying about the people that support him, lying about him being a J6er and all this old crazy stuff that they were doing, maybe, just maybe, she'd have had a better opportunity. But y'all gonna pay for what you did. And when I say pay, there's retribution at the voting booth. We swept y'all because you guys have lied to, we got sick of getting gaslit as a nation. And quit acting like it's just a few people. You got whooped in every state. I mean, the victory wasn't that far off in California or New York. Well, New York, I don't know about California. But y'all lied to us. You deceived us. You didn't deserve it in 2020, and you gaslit us this whole time. told everybody lies about Donald Trump and about the economy and what you were able to accomplish. You had old man Joe up there falling asleep behind the wheel, and y'all just okay with it. Just as long as Trump went in office. So now there's a great reckoning. Thank y'all for the super chat. Somebody said Charlemagne was big mad. You know, I got a couple clips for you guys. I want to play it because I like to hear her speech, but I want you to hear how other people were framing this. When I told you guys yesterday, I said I cannot wait. The Lord is my witness. I cannot wait till the Ver has something to say about this, because they were saying he was a threat to democracy. They were saying the man was you-know-who from Germany a long time ago. They were saying all these things, and they are going to never recover from this. Let me tell you why. When you play with God, when you do things wrong, it will come back to bite you in the rear end, in the hind parts. Because if they would have been fair, they would have been able to secure a future for themselves. But because they weren't, and they lied to us, and they gaslit us, and they talked down to our God, and they hated America in the Constitution, and they said they'll take all these things away, and in the campaign trail they change it up. They talking sweet today, but they were evil yesterday. All the pundits were doing all this to us all this time. Now it's time to eat. It's time to get that porridge. Warm that stuff up, put that butter in it, and put the sugar on it. I don't know, some of y'all do salt and pepper on them grits. I want the sugar on the grits. It is time. And let me tell you how Donald Trump is going to end up being a 16-year president, and we're going to run the House and Senate for a long time. How is that going to happen? Mr. Tatum finna tell you, put your seatbelt on. Because they played around in 2020. Then, therefore, the people had a chance to see how bad they really were and how many lies they were willing to tell. They flunked in every aspect of what the people cared about, which is the economy and the border. Then he's in now with a victory like we've never seen before, which he should have had the same thing in 2020. Victory like we never seen it before. House, the Senate, the presidency. We also have the Supreme Court. Clarence Thomas is going to retire, and Donald Trump will be able to put a young person in there that can run in the Supreme Court for the next 50 years. And then what we have an opportunity to do that they didn't do is all these people that they brought over here illegally, we're going to have our opportunity to send a lot of them back. And there are people here that work hard, that pay taxes, and we're going to find something to do with those people, because you can't just send 20 million people back. It ain't going to happen. But I tell you what, right now, today, as we speak, people that have committed crimes in this country, people that have come over here yesterday, the day before yesterday, you're going home today. And we're going to finally prioritize the American people first. We're finally going to prioritize what's best for America. We finally have a president in power that's going to go to Netanyahu, that's going to sit down with Putin and is going to say, well, you need to bring an end to this, because there's a better way. And they're going to listen to a man that demands respect and that has the resume. And we're going to build our economy back. We're going to be proud to be American again. All of that crazy stuff they were pushing is no more. The DEI is gone. All of that race baiting and you against you because they called us garbage. That's why I got this T-shirt on. They called us garbage, proud mega garbage. They called us garbage. They were hateful. They were mean-spirited. And now I hope that Donald Trump get an attorney general that's going to be willing to do his or her doggone job. And I don't want nothing to let go. We need to go look at them documents that old man Joe had. We need to go look at these prosecutors around the country and what they were doing and how they were colluding with the White House. Don't go deleting stuff now. There ain't no bleach bit now. You can't bash them things with hammers now. It's on. And let me show you, we got a bunch of clips of people melting down. Let's go to The View real quick. We'll go to The View. Before we play The View, a lot of you guys know, you need to pull this up, Nick, but a lot of you guys know that we had some victory merch. I want y'all to go on and check the victory merch. We have a discount code as well. But we'll get to the view. We'll pull that up in a minute if you're interested. And we're going to give a crazy discount like we did last night, but not the same. We can't do that too much. But we'll give you a discount on it. You'll get the merch. We got the coldest victory merch that I've ever seen in my life. And I want you guys to go and participate in it at Tatum store. We'll put the link in the description section. We'll show you the merch in a minute. But let's play the view because I want people to see what these hamburger heifers had to say. Roll the clip.
Profoundly disturbed. I think if you look at the New York Times this morning, the headline was America makes a perilous choice. I think that in 2016, we didn't know what we would get from a Trump administration, but we know now. And we know now that he will have almost unfettered power. And so I worry not about myself, actually. I don't worry about my station in life. I worry about the working class. I worry about my mother, a retired teacher. I worry about our elderly and their Social Security and their Medicare. I worry about my children's future, especially my daughter, who now has less rights than I have. And I remember my father telling me many, many years ago that I was the first person in his family to enjoy full civil rights. And now I have less civil rights than I had.
Y'all can't get away with this no more. All that stuff is stupidity. You have less rights. Your daughter have less rights than you have. That's why y'all lost. That's why y'all lost, and y'all gonna go home with your tail tucked between your legs. Ma'am, you can't describe a right that you don't have or that your daughter don't have that you had. I guarantee you these people live in New York City, they live in LA, they live in all these places where you can get it on demand. Y'all can get it on demand. Arizona, they just passed Prop 139, disgracefully. Y'all can get it on demand. That's on you, boo. Your daughter can go do a Freaknik and then go down there to Planned Parenthood. That's on y'all. Y'all can do that to yourself. That's on y'all. We're going to raise our children differently. You keep lying to people. And I'm going to keep speaking the truth. Ain't nowhere in the world you got less rights. Your daughter got less rights. You got less rights than your father did. Y'all crazy. And we're going to keep calling you out. Hit it.
When he told me that. So again, I'm profoundly disturbed that the 14th Amendment of the Constitution did not prevent someone who participated in an insurrection from becoming president of the United States. I think that going forward, the convicted felon box on employment applications better be taken off, because if you can be the president of the United States, then you should not be prevented from employment in this country, because I remember applying for my jobs as a federal prosecutor, and there was a box for convicted felons. Well, and so that box better be taken off. And I think our healthcare system is now at risk.
Now let's talk about this convicted felon thing. You know how silly you got to be, and I'm gonna keep calling these women on the carpet. You know how silly you got to be to say there shouldn't be no felon checkbox. Hey, all felonies are not the same. What felonies are Donald Trump being accused of or convicted of? Not a violent crime. I think it's all a sham, and we're gonna find out when he get in the office that it's all a sham. But you telling me that the person that unalived 15 people, or a person that unalived a person that been selling drugs and destroying the community their whole life, you telling me a person that's been dealing and messing with underage people, that's the same felony that they charge Trump with? Yeah, you're supposed to be a prosecutor, and you're going to say that every felon should not check off a box or not have to check off box. Y'all keep playing. Keep saying this crazy stuff. We're going to be on y'all head. Keep going, Nick.
I think
no fluoride for anyone.
Yeah, economists have made clear that he's going to increase the debt by $7.75 trillion. I'm worried about mass deportation and internment camps, and I'm also worried about Elon Musk warning Americans to prepare for temporary hardship. I'm surprised at the result, but I'm not surprised. As a woman of color, I was so hopeful that a mixed race woman married to a Jewish guy could be elected president of this country. Mm-hmm. And I think that it had nothing to do with policy. I think this was a referendum of cultural resentment in this country.
Well, I think it,
Hold on a second.
you know,
Let me just say this. I think that other women on the panel had a better perspective than this. That's why we played her, because she was the worst. Cultural resentment. These people think that we should be voting for a woman because she's a woman or because she's black, and she don't even operate like that. She was a running mate and voted for Joe Biden, who's white. Her husband is white. Her running mate was white. They get to do whatever they, and her running mate wasn't a woman. Why did Kamala Harris pick a woman? Why did she pick a black woman? Since y'all want to play identity politics, she's the first woman. That'll be the first female president and female vice president. That'll be the first 2 black people on the, well, she ain't even black. But if y'all want to play the black game, that'll be the first 2 black people on the ticket ever in history. She don't even believe in that. She didn't even pursue that. She wanted nothing to do with that. She picked the corniest white man on planet Earth to be her running mate. And they want to say, oh, we're civil rights, and I thought that it's a reparation between races. No, it's not. No, it's not. J.D. Vance's wife is not black. I mean, she's not a white woman. J.D. Vance's wife is a black and brown body. Donald Trump's daughter is a Jew. Donald Trump's wife is an immigrant. I think, to be honest, we are the ones of the party of diversity. We are the ones that care about everybody, and we don't look at people just based on the color of their skin, but based on the content of their character, based on what they bring to the doggone table. And we proved it. People in Michigan, people in Wisconsin, people in Nevada, people in Florida, people all over the country, in Ohio and Pennsylvania. Them ain't just white people. Them ain't just men. Y'all are the ones that putting people in a box. That's what you get. I'm going to rub your face in it like you do the dog. When the dog pee on the carpet, hey, you stop it. Look, smell it. Stop it. Don't pee on the carpet. Now, I ain't never did a dog like that, but y'all know how they used to do them dogs. That's what they deserve. Put your face in it. You see all them lies you told, all that racism you've been pushing? You called all of us trash and all this stuff. Now look at you. Y'all the ones that have been lying. Y'all are the ones that were wrong. Roll the clip. Do you have
I think it has to do with a lot of things, that being one of them. I'm obviously very disappointed. I'm very sad. I was at the Kamala Harris headquarters yesterday in Washington, and it was a very sad scene. The mood turned immediately, and I tell you, there's a quote I get a lot of inspiration from, and it's a quote that I read when I was reading about John F. Kennedy, and it says, "Whether I am on the winning or the losing side is not the point with me. It is being on the side where my sympathies lie that matters." And that, to me, brought me a consolation and inspiration this morning, because I have no regrets.
Yep.
I worked hard as hell to elect the first Black Asian woman president. History slipped through our fingers again. I worked hard as hell for Donald Trump not to be president. But today, unlike Donald Trump and his followers, I acknowledge that he won. I hope for the best for our country. And I make a commitment to our LGBTQ, to our immigrants, to our elderly, to our young girls, to the women, that we will not stop fighting. We can be sad today. Today we can be sad.
The LGBTQ voted for Trump. Women voted for Trump. The young people voted for Trump. Who are you talking to? That's why I'm glad Trump won the popular vote. He won the popular vote too. We got more clips. Y'all just hold on. He won the popular vote too. Do y'all forget that? So all this talk about LGBT, as if he's disenfranchising LGBTQ. There's a lot of gay people in the movement that I know of. I know them personally. They voted for Trump because they're not deranged. They understand that if they want to be transgender, they know they were born a certain way and they want to identify as another way. They're not trying to push that on other people. Blair White is one of them. She's the biggest advocate for them to stop putting drag queens in these schools. You know, Amir is one of them. Well, he's not trans, but he's black and he's gay. And he clearly voted for Donald Trump because he know what's up. And I think that every single American should be proud, because they shamed us as if it's just the 3 or 4 of us. Now we're going to get to a couple more clips, but I want to show you guys the victory apparel. We're going to pop it up here in a second, but I want y'all to see it because people have been eating this up like it's lunch, like we getting dry aged ribeye, 40-day age, medium rare, slicing and eating off the bone. Okay. I think you guys can see this. I can't see it, but you can see it. What was the discount for everybody? We're going to give you guys a big discount, but I'm going to scroll it real quick and we're going to get back to the video. But if you want some victory merch, we got it for you right here. POTUS 30, 30%. POTUS 30. So you put in POTUS 30, you get 30% off the entire store. Go on and do it now. We're not going to have a discount for long, but these are my favorite. I wish I could make these bigger. I'm going to click on them. So Victory, we have the Victory Trump one right here. We can zoom in for you. I think it'll zoom in. Oh, it won't zoom in full screen, but don't worry about it. Y'all can go and check it out. The Victory Trump one. My favorite one is this one, to be quite honest, is this one right here. That Victory Trump with the ring on it. Fire. So go on right now to Tatum's store, or you can wait till after the live stream. We'll put the link in the description section. You can go on and come back. It's in the comment section. POTUS 30, get 30% off the entire store. Go and get your merch. We got a whole bunch of other stuff in here too. Not tired of winning. Make America great again. We got a scoreboard one over here, and we got the one that I'm wearing right now. Proud MAGA garbage. We got a whole bunch of stuff. 30% off. Go ahead and take advantage of the store today. Link is in the description section, also in the comment section. All right, let's get back to some of the videos at hand, because I want y'all to see Van Jones and all these people crying themselves to sleep. This is what I've been waiting on. Y'all, I feel vindicated. I feel vindicated, man. God, dog, they treated us like, man, you know, going around my Trump hat, people looking at you like, going on campus. I say Trump is going to win. Trump is going to win. He's going to be in jail. He's going to do that. And then I said, no, he's not. They lying to y'all. They told y'all lies. They deceived you. What are y'all talking about? He's not a racist. Keep believing that if you want to. Well, women's rights. He's more pro-choice than half of y'all, to be quite honest. He said he won't sign a ban at all. He said 15 weeks is acceptable. He said the appeal by mail, he won't overturn, which is a federal issue, because they can block it in a federal level that you can't send that stuff by mail. He said he's fine with it. The Supreme Court ruled on it. He's cool with it. But they've been lying to women, telling them that somehow if you have a miscarriage, that somehow you're going to jail. Y'all, come on. Listen, look at I don't want to call her a name, but you know there's a lot of material right there. How you gonna be bald head and have a big old forehead? How your hair look like my uncle hair? He balding, he gonna have that little thing in the back. After a while, she finna have the same thing. Woman, your forehead way back here, and then your hair already thinning out. It's because you're lying on TV every day. When you lie on TV every day, your hair start falling out. Roll the clip. Now, hold on. It's a joke. So some of y'all are like, she got alopecia or something. I'm just joking, right? I mean, I want to throw the material at them because they talk about Donald Trump like a dog. They treat that man like a dog. That's a good man. Donald Trump is a good, decent guy. He make mistakes like everybody else. King David had him running through the building. He getting people knocked off so he can have their wife. King David was a man after God's heart. Now, Trump ain't King David, but just because a man be messing up don't mean he ain't a good man. You look at that man's life history, I think Donald Trump overall is a good dude. I met the guy. He's chill. But y'all slander this man every day of the week. Slandering. Y'all not disagreeing. You're lying about it. Roll the clip.
You know, it's a state that I think Democrats definitely were reaching for. There was a lot of work to try to turn out the college campuses, which were really thick and really packed, and try to turn out the suburbs. And I think there was a lot of hope because of just the insanity, can we say fairly, of the person who's running for governor in that state, and a thought that, you know, defeating him would also carry Harris in. But in the end, you know, if they didn't make their numbers and essentially exceed the numbers that Joe Biden had in the suburbs, and I think we have to be blunt about why. Black voters came through for Kamala Harris. White women voters did not. That is what it appears happened in that state, is that if you can't flip enough white women, and we've talked about this on this set numerous times, is that you have a state where you've got a 6-week abortion or a 12-week abortion. I think theirs might be 12 weeks.
Yep.
But it's a state where women lost their reproductive rights, where there was a very heavy push to get women to focus on not putting in place, re-electing, putting back into the White House the person who was responsible for taking those rights away and restoring them. But that message obviously was not enough to get enough white women to vote for Vice President Harris, a fellow woman. This would be.
I want to say this before we get to something else. Thank you, white people. I just want to thank y'all again. Y'all be doing us service. Thank you, Nick. I want to thank the white people that are watching this. If it had not been for y'all, where would we be? And I know people gonna get mad at me for saying that. I believe that with my whole chest. White people fought in the Civil War. I mean, white people, thank you. You can't find nowhere else on planet Earth do you want to live other than around white people. Somehow they got it figured out. I don't know what the rest of y'all doing. They got it figured out. White women ain't silly. And I hate to say this because I don't want to be divisive. But the people of the melanin, that's the most disappointing part of this election was the people of the melanin. Really? I think Trump won 7% of the melanin women vote. Y'all know what I'm talking about. 7%? He only did 20% of the men. 20%? Hispanics were 50-some percent. Women were over 50. Thank God for the white man. Or we'll be in communism. What y'all doing? And y'all not waking up. Y'all got it worse out of anybody in America, and y'all still pulling the lever for the enemy. Can I just say, ma'am, have you not been to Chicago? Have you guys not been to these schools? Kids graduating at second grade level. They at the Planned Parenthood doing, eliminating their generations to come. They're incarcerated, not generating wealth, no generational wealth. And y'all still pulling the lever for these people? What policy did they even try to promote to you? Vote for the black woman. She ain't even black. Obama's half. And neither one of them have the black American experience, which means they didn't grow up like the most black people in America. They didn't even grow up in America. And this is what they offering you? This is what they have for you? This is what they do. A woman giving accents every 5 minutes. She was the worst candidate when she ran for president. She was the worst vice president. And she just lost the election more than anybody else. Donald Trump had the greatest victory against her. What are they offering y'all? Food stamps? What they offering you? A hope and a prayer? What they offering you? The exact opposite of Martin Luther King. He had a dream that we'll be like this. They trying to push y'all away from everybody. And y'all going home crying right now because they lied to you the whole time. They knew she was terrible, but they lied to you. Let's go back to the clip. I get the preaching. I get the preaching. I get the preach. Share this to your black friends. You don't have to say it. I said it. Roll the clip.
The second opportunity that white women in this country have to change the way that they interact with the patriarchy. And, God bless Shannon Watts, who has tried to have that conversation. But if people aren't receptive to it, and if people vote more, party line or more on race than on gender and on protecting their gender, there's really not much more that you can do but tell people what the risks are and leave it to them to do the right thing.
Hold on, Nick. Hold on. Go back a little bit. Go back. I'm going to point something out that nobody's seen. Play it a little bit. I want to show her laptop. Just play it for
a woman. This will be the second opportunity that
I'll tell you when to stop.
A woman. This will be the second opportunity that white women in this country have to change the way that they interact with the patriarchy. And, God bless Shannon Watts, who has tried to have that conversation. But if people aren't receptive to it, and if people vote more party line or more on race than on gender and on protecting their gender, there's really not much.
Stop. Look at this Look at this picture on this laptop. Y'all can't see. I can see. It's a chair. It's a folding chair. Do y'all know what that folding chair represent? Do y'all remember when the black and white people had that conflict? Was that in Alabama or Mississippi? That riverboat brawl. Do y'all remember that? I know all of y'all remember that. Remember they were on the river, black people swimming and everything. They were the dude hit that woman over the head with that chair. Do y'all remember that? Montgomery, Alabama brawl. This woman got that chair. This is what black people were celebrating, was that chair that man hit that woman over the head with. Now, if it was a white man hitting a black woman over the head with a chair, this would be so offensive they would kick you off the air. She's the person of unity. This is racist. You celebrate the brawl between black and white people, and the black people hitting white people with chairs, men hitting women with chairs, and you celebrating it by putting it on your laptop. Now, see, these white people that's sitting right here probably don't get that reference. I get it. I know what it is. Can you believe she got that on her laptop? What else could this folding chair mean? If it means something else, somebody correct me. That's what the folding chair means. Because I remember they had T-shirts, they had hats and everything with this folding chair. But we supposed to listen to this woman. That's why y'all lost. This is why y'all lost. Because y'all doing this shady, dirty stuff. Roll it.
Much more that you can do, but tell people what the risks are and leave it to them to do the right thing.
Garbage. I think we got some more clips. We got more clips, or that's it?
We got more. I want to show you. We should go over this. It's the voting demographics.
Okay, we'll go to the voting demographics real quick. Because I want y'all to see this, and this is what I'm complaining about, right? This is what saddens me. Why, people? You got up here, you got white men, white women, they went 50+% for Donald Trump. You go to black, think about this just for starters. It's not 100% white men. It's not 80% white men. It's 57 and 51 white women. That means that there's a level of diversity here because it's 46% went for Harris, 39% of white men went to Harris. That, even though I don't agree with nobody that voted for Harris, you got to be, you can bump your head somewhere. But at least you see a level of diversity that typically does not exist when you start going right here, right? You look at black men, 73% to 23% for Trump. What are you doing? You go down here, black women, 88% for 9%. I'm finna bring this home in a minute. Latino men, 51%, 45%. That's diversity. Although they went to Harris, that's diverse. 60% Latino women to Harris, 30%. That's diversity. White people swung towards Republicans, Hispanics swung towards Democrats, but it's still diverse. Even in the other category, it went to Harris, but it's diverse. What are y'all doing? This is zero diversity. But this is the scary part that I think everybody needs to understand. This is the scary part. They won in a landslide. Republicans won in a landslide with y'all votes being like this. You got black women, only 9% voted. Let's go, 88% voted Democrat and still lost in a landslide. 73% of black men, and they still lost by a landslide. Give it 15 more years, and you can vote 100% for Democrats and still lose. Your vote is irrelevant. When they go and start campaigning next time, they don't have to go here at all to spend any money. They gonna go right here to Latinas because they only have a few position points that can swing them over to the Republican side. They got a few points here that can swing them to the Republican side. And if you were to swing the Latino man and Latino woman, you will be in an even bigger landslide. And then we still voting for these Democrats, and they setting us up to not have a voice in America at all. Because they tried to give amnesty to people that fall in the Latino group. And if they were able to give amnesty to 20 million people who came here illegally, and they're going to vote for Democrats, y'all can vote at 120% and never have a voice ever again in an election. All they have to do is go to the others, get them to flip, Latinos, get them to flip, maintain this position here, and Republicans will win the election for the rest of their lives. Y'all going to Planned Parenthood, my body, my choice. I'm not marrying my baby daddy. Keep government, please keep giving me money. Government, please keep being my God. Keep being my baby daddy. Government, please keep promising me stuff you ain't never gonna deliver on. Government, please. I'm still gonna vote for you even though you don't have a policy position that can help my community. Black men are incarcerated more than anybody else. Black women are going to Planned Parenthood at a higher percentage than anybody else. Black men are dying for gun violence and other violent actions more than any other race. Black men are doing more violence than any other race. Over 50% of violent crimes are black men. Our trajectory in this country is going nowhere. And you can still put LeBron out there and put these actors out there and put nasty women out there to shake their booty on stage to try to get this vote count. And this ain't finna mean nothing next election. Donald Trump won by a landslide with just y'all voting like this. You either wake up or you gonna get left. I don't know what other way to put it. Keep believing a lie. Keep watching CNN and being in the shade room and listening to celebrities like Charlamagne the Fraud and all of these people thinking y'all making it. Y'all balling in life. Y'all ain't going nowhere fast because y'all richest people are with white people. Did I say it, Nick? I said it. Y'all don't have to say it. Michael Jordan, woman white. He one of the richest black men ever lived. And you can't count Cardi B and them because they hood rich. I don't even count Magic Johnson. His boy done went off somewhere. But go keep talking to these black people. They with white women. These white people, they best friends are white people. Let LeBron James go. Now LeBron James may be a little different. But like y'all better quit playing. Successful black men are marrying white women. LeBron James' son is with a white girl. Or at least he went to prom with that white girl. I think he was with a black girl on the sideline. No, that was Deion's son. LeBron James' son with a white girl. Think about this. Yo, number one celebrity, and LeBron James with his wife, he been with her since high school. LeBron James' son with a white woman. And I'm not trying to make it about white and nothing like that. I'm just telling you how we finna fall off real fast because we got hoodwinked. Because what happens is they promote our culture, they get us indoctrinated into the culture, and they elevate the culture. And then when the brothers say, I don't want to live like this, what is his options? He can't really go to the black woman because it's only a few, especially if you're conservative. How many black women you think a black man to get along with if he only want to be with a conservative woman? Or he believe in conservative policies. Where are these black men going if the black women are like this? 23% just say Republicans. It is not in your best interest to be with a person that disagrees with you fundamentally politically. Where they go? Where are they going to date? Y'all stuck. Because your only option is to date them, and they sick of y'all. Not overall, but I'm saying generically speaking. Black people, please wake up for the love of God. And they say I'm a sellout. No, I'm not a sellout. I'm just telling you the truth because I love you, so I'm going to love you to the truth. I'm trying to help y'all, man. Wake up. The Democrats ain't got nothing to offer you. Your schools are terrible. And I'm saying generally speaking, your schools are terrible. They got y'all out here believing that the white man got all the opportunities and you ain't got none. What? Okay, we got more clips. Let's play some more clips. Look at Van Jones. I'll wait for him to cry. The white lash. Van Jones, take it away. No sound.
Elite, because I'm thinking about the people who are not a part of anybody's elite who are hurting tonight. There are African-American women who know a little bit about being talked down to and know a little bit about having their economic dreams crushed.
From black men.
Who tried to dream a big dream over the past couple of months. And tonight they're trading in a lot of hope for a lot of hurt. And they were hoping that maybe this time, one of their own could be seen as worthy. And once again, they were facing rejection. And that hurts. They thought tomorrow morning they're going to walk out with their shoulders back a little bit, maybe able to breathe for the first time and feel like they belong someplace. They did everything that they knew how to do. And it's going to be harder than it should be tomorrow for them to hold their heads up. And they're not the only people who are hurting tonight. If you're a parent of a trans kid, your child's face was used as a springboard to power for somebody. That doesn't feel good. There are going to be people tomorrow, we're going to be handing clothes at the dry cleaners to people who don't have papers. There are going to be people who are going to be cleaning your teeth tomorrow who don't have papers. And they're terrified tonight. And so it's easy to blow this off. Oh, look at the elites. They're going to get their comeuppance. It's not the elite that's going to pay the price.
Van, so you saying somebody cleaning your teeth, which is a doctor, a dentist, they don't have no papers? You telling me a dentist don't have no papers? You had to go through dental school. Are you talking about somebody assisting? Last time I checked, well, maybe they got a little assistant that maybe clean your teeth. But last time I checked, my dentist cleaned my teeth. The dentist that owned the practice, he cleaned my teeth. I don't know what you're talking about. He had to catch himself, right? He was about to only go with all these low income, these low value, not low value, but low skill work jobs and say they the only ones that don't have no paper. Then the fool went to a dentist. Man, listen, if you notice, Nick, the 3 clips that I played, black people are degrading themselves and other blacks. Why did Sonny Holston have nothing but grim things to say about the future and about hope? And then you go with the bald head Joy Reid. Grim, no hope. Van Jones gets on here. Black man, no hope for black people. The ones that voted for Trump don't count. They're not black. Black women, he presents this grim reality for black women that is not even real. They don't feel belong. They don't feel belong. Black women are the most educated women in America. If you look at people getting degrees and going to college per capita, black women are at the top of the food chain. They don't feel represented. They feel like it's their choices. And you guys are elevating shame and dread in the hearts of black people. At least Kamala Harris, when she gave her speech, it was hopeful. It was a good speech. Even though she didn't mean it, somebody wrote a good speech for her. I don't know if she meant it or not. It was a good speech. That's not how she campaigned. She campaigned on hate and division. But y'all out here telling black people, knowing that Donald Trump ain't finna do nothing negative, that they should be in fear and in a devastated posture because y'all lost an election for Democrats that ain't done nothing for black people. Insane to me. Insane in the membrane.
It's people who woke up this morning with a dream and are going to bed with a nightmare. And those people didn't deserve to be respected and held and talked to. Those are the people who are going to pay the price for whatever Donald Trump decides to do.
Yeah, but Van, how do we know that those people didn't vote? A large portion of those people aren't part of the people that elected Donald.
So he went on to say, is this more and more to it? Yeah, play it.
Donald Trump.
Well,
right? I think that's a good part of the electorate. And the black women, the party, the Democratic Party, let those black women down. Not Donald Trump.
Say it again, white man. I know he can't. You probably can't play it back, but y'all heard what he said. Play it back. Play his clip. Play his clip one more time. The whole clip? No. Play. Yeah, the guy that was speaking, the Republican.
We're going to pay the price for whatever Donald Trump decides to do.
Yeah, but Van, how do we know that those people didn't vote? A large portion of those people aren't part of the people that elected Donald Trump. Well, right? I think that's a good part of the electorate. And the black women, the party, the Democratic Party, let those black women down. Not Donald Trump.
It could be no more truer words than what he just said. The Democratic Party let those black women down. They put up a trash candidate. And I was telling y'all from the beginning she was trash. She didn't fairly win that position. They should have picked up, instead of virtue signaling and saying, I'm going to pick a black woman. Like, with all due respect, there are some incredibly talented, smart, capable, actual black women that live the black woman American experience. Generally, I'm speaking generally, meaning they grew up in a black neighborhood. In many cases, they came without a lot, you know what I'm saying, a lot of advantages, worked their way up, got an education, generational changer, very smart, loved their husband, raising children, or believe in doing that in the future. Very successful black women who are intelligent, who can speak, who don't talk in word salads. You could have picked her. I'm glad they didn't, because they would have hoodwinked us into getting these Democrats in. Y'all could have picked somebody real. You the one randomly picked this affirmative action hire. When she was polling as the worst vice president in American history, you should have said, we're going to have an open primary. We know Joe Biden ain't got it before he did the debate. We've been saying this when a fool fell up the stairs. How you fall upstairs? He falling out bikes. Man, we knew he was cooked. Y'all knew he was cooked. Y'all should have took that opportunity to say, let's go and find the best and the brightest black women who are accomplished. You can't tell me there ain't more black Democrat women who are not better than Kamala. And then she go and run, and she's terrible. I mean, I was like, okay, she got momentum. Let's check this out. She does her first interview, and it's like, what? First of all, she was dodging interviews. Then she do her first interview, and you're like, ma'am, you're supposed to be a prosecutor, which means that you have to prosecute in cases, in some circumstances where the person who you're prosecuting may be in the right, but you got to toe the line for the prosecution. So sometimes you got to embellish a little bit. You got to stretch the truth, rubber band man. You got to stretch the truth a little bit so you can win the case. Ma'am, you don't have no foundational principle on just saying at least what people want to hear. You didn't say nothing. What are you going to do for America? Ma'am, make something up. Say something. She going off talking about when she was raised and she was a kid, her mama was a sharecropper or something. I'm like, bro, my 3-year-old could have gave a better statement than that. He know how to say stuff that he know I want to hear. Ma'am, you can't even come up with anything. She did like 15 interviews and never said anything. You can't win like that. I know it. We know it. She's a terrible example of a black woman. They put the worst black woman up there and think we supposed to be patting her on the back. Y'all tripping, bro. Y'all are tripping. She lied. She was deceptive. They pushed the whole hoax of good people on both sides. They pushed that stuff the entire time. All right, let's go with Al Sharpton and see what this nut job had to say. And I think they talk more than Al Sharpton, but roll the clip.
And they need to be honest. I just say, Rev, really quickly, too.
Rev.
Democrats need to be mature, and they need to be honest. And they need to say, yes, there's misogyny. But it's not just misogyny from white men. Mm-hmm. It's misogyny from Hispanic men.
Right.
It's misogyny from black men, things we've all been talking about, who do not want a woman leading them. Might be race issues with Hispanics. They don't want a black woman as president of the United States. You know, the Democratic Party, I've always found when you're sitting around talking, they love to just sort of balkanize everybody into these separate groups and say, oh, white people don't like women and black people. No, it is time for the Democrats to say, okay, and you and I have talked about this before, a lot of Hispanic voters have problems with black candidates.
Right.
A lot
and
of,
with other Hispanics. You've got some that don't like each other. And some of the most misogynist things I've heard going on this Get Out the Vote tour came from black men. I mean, misogynist things. So you're absolutely right. It's not simplistic. And we've got to have real honest conversations about it.
Real honest conversations.
Hold on a second. So, I got you. So, let me get this right. Instead of looking at them, I'm glad they're not holding themselves accountable because we're going to keep winning if they keep lying to themselves. instead of saying all the things that I said previously, now Mexicans are racist. They're misogynist. How about they just saw, like everybody else saw, that she was terrible. She was a bad candidate. She had no policy positions. She was in office and saying, when I get in office, I'm going to do something. Be like, ma'am. That's like you hire somebody to clean your house. And they go, you know what? When you promote me, I'm going to clean your house. You're like, ma'am, you the cleaner right now. Are you going to clean that toilet bowl, or are you playing? So I gotta somehow make you the head cleaner for you to do your job. That's crazy. That's cray-cray. And instead of them holding themselves accountable, they blaming people and calling people misogynist. All right, I'm going to answer a couple super chats real quick because I know a couple people have been super chatting. But these people are lunatics. Anyway, let me go through. I'm going to try to go through all of you guys. I'm going to go fast. Let's see. Michelle, thanks so much for the super chat. Thank you for joining the Tatum squad. Let's see. Beater, thanks so much for the super chat. She said, roll up sleeves and fight. She was calling for violence. Yeah, right. If Trump said it, they'd be saying the same thing. Let's see. Sharisa, thanks so much for joining. I probably said your name wrong, but I love you anyway. Let's see. My boy here said Charlamagne the God was mad. The fraud. I don't like to call him the God. He ain't a God. We need to find Charlamagne clip. I'd love to do a video on Charlamagne. Let's see. Oh, geez, can't she stifle? Huh? I don't even know what that said. Jesus said, Kamala, you are wrong. You are the wrong podium. Maybe you are at the wrong podium. Your podium is down the street. Let's see. Freedom, thanks so much for the super chat. Both my big dogs won. Big time, Mr. Tatum, Mr. Boys in Blue, and Rottweiler. Trump retired, 70-year-old. God bless you, sir. God bless America. Jesse Lee Peterson for president, somebody said. Where's the joy from the Democrat today? Yeah, right. Let's see. The red wave actually came. 100%. We've been waiting on this for 8 years. These SNL skits are getting realer and realer. Every time, you really got to hand it to them. Yeah, they got a pretty accurate perception of what these fools are going through. Thank you. Men don't have to wear tampons and play women's sports. This isn't conceding. I think it's conceding. I'll give it to him. Whoa, who is this? She's so fake. Right. She come out and make a speech that's different than what she's ever done in her life. This is a call for violence because she was saying certain things. Let me go down here to super chats. JR, thanks for the super chat. It is time to take our country back, fight for our freedoms, and live in the American dream. The American people spoke yesterday. We voted for the Constitution of the United States of America. Shut up, Kamala. Dustin said, finally, we are unburdened. All right, let me go to some other people. Leslie, thanks so much for the super chat. Why when after President Donald Trump gets shot, says fight, it is called violence. But when Kamala Harris said in a concession speech, which Donald Trump never did, is not called violence, right? See, they played games with us, now we whooped them. Bryson said, we freaking did it. High five all around. God bless you, Tatum. Thank you. Cindy, thank you so much for the super chat. Let's see. We got Jesus is the only, I'm assuming the only way. Pastor Burnett here. These people are delusional. And America's finally stood tall and said enough is enough. Kamala tried it, lost miserably. Hold that L because there's more to come. 100%. Pastor Burnett, God bless you and thank you for the super chat. Edward, thank you for joining the Tatum squad. Peter, just wanted to say, love y'all, every single American. I don't care who you are or who you voted for. I'm more than happy Trump won. But now I'm ready for us to come together and unite like we supposed to. 100%. Brennan. Nah, it's the computer. Hold on a second. I don't know what my wife should be watching me live. Let's see what time it is. I wonder what she's calling me for. Can you text my wife real quick and see if she needs something? Just got off Benny's live stream. Someone pointed out the squirrel ran across the platform. Mute my mic real quick. I got to answer my wife. Y'all hold on a second. All right, let's get back to the super chats. Thank y'all for the super chats. Let's see. It says Squirrel ran across the platform before Kamala came out. Peanut revenge. That's so crazy they killed that man, Pet, man. They owe that man $20 million for that. Joe Reed out here looking like, let's see, Ben Vreen. I don't even know what it is. Forgive me. Ben Vereen. I don't know. Let's see. Willie D said it best. I see a bald-headed garden tool. Let's see. Thank you for everyone who exercised your right to vote. God bless you all. Let me go down here to Mumbo. Let's see. B would die a happy man if one day black people stop voting Democrat at like 80 to 99%, 100%, man. God dang. Man, I'm losing hope in the people of the melanin. I don't know why people still vote for these crazy people. It's crazy to me. Anyway, let's see. Tay, only thing holding your backlog is you. Let's see. The last Al Sharpton clip was the prime reason they lost. The snakes eat their own, and now they're going for Latinos because we have Christian values and do not want what they're selling. 1,000%. This is how they fall off the cliff, and I think a lot of people understand this. This is how they fall off the cliff. I don't know if the audio is still good. Just check that. It looked like it's saying bit rate or something like that. This is how these people fall off the cliff. They don't have policy positions. They're all hypocrites. And it's hate Trump, hate Trump, hate Trump, hate Trump. They don't have anything else. So once they've dug themselves a ditch, they got to keep digging, and they're going to keep going down in the ditch. Another thing is Democrats have gone so far left, they have nowhere to go. Republicans have gone right, which means correctly, and the Democrats have gone off the cliff. They have nowhere to go from here. They've indoctrinated all of these college students. They've indoctrinated people for 4 years. Trump bad, Trump racist, the economy and all this. They've lied all of this time. They have nowhere to go. They have to completely change their party. When Donald Trump came on the scene, he won big in 2016, in 2020, and in 2024. The dude broke records every year that he's run. Y'all are not doing the same. And it's because y'all have gone off. Where are you going to go from here? You're going to have to become a Republican. Y'all can't keep pushing them puberty blockers and stuff. Man, the American people ain't worried about no puberty blockers. They ain't worried about no Planned Parenthood, Plan B. Most people in America are like, look, man, you do that to your kids. I'm not going to do it. Y'all want to go down there? Go down there then. That's you. That's the next generation that we ain't got to worry about y'all fools. Y'all want to keep being foolish, then be foolish. We ain't got to do that. My kids ain't going to be doing that. My son ain't going to be telling no girl she better go to no clinic. If I had a daughter, my daughter ain't going to be laying up hoping she got a Plan B. No, man, y'all can do that if y'all want to. Keep doing it. Keep believing that's your body, your choice, and y'all going to be running yourself off a cliff. Where did they go from here? That Roe v. Wade stuff didn't work. All that stuff they didn't work. All these conservatives that were mad at me talking about we need to back off of that because we're going to lose. Stop. People ain't fooling with y'all with that stuff. I saw a video on Newsmax. There's another super chat. I saw a video on Newsmax of the AG saying she's coming for President Trump. Any truth to that? Come on. Go for President Trump if you want to. He still can't stop him from being a president. And if Donald Trump can get himself pardoned in any form or fashion, 100% he can. If Donald Trump decides to not be the president, J.D. Vance becomes the president. I think Donald Trump can whip that. He can step down as the president. J.D. Vance becomes the president. J.D. Vance pardons Trump. And that's it. Trump can go on and J.D. Vance can just go on and do everything Trump was going to do. I think they can probably do that. So there's many ways that they can skin a cat when it comes to this. They can make all the threats they can. But what I tell you what's going to happen is that when Donald Trump get in office and get a real attorney general, get some real people running the FBI and the DOJ, and they cut the federal bureaucracy in 2/3 of it. All right. Let's see, Carlos, thanks so much for the super chat. Kamala also messed up by not getting any real education or educated black women to speak at her podium. She only picked the ones who shake their booties. She really disrespected black women, 100%. But them black women still voted for her. The only black prominent women that I saw was Beyonce, entertainer. And Beyonce be shaking her booty too. Don't get it twisted. Megan Thee Stallion, Cardi B, who's a nut. She came and she sound like, you know, I ain't gonna call her the R word. They got Cardi B up there. They got Lil Nasty up there. I forget her name. They got Lil what's her name? Freaky Red, Nasty Red, STD Red, whatever you want to call her. They got her up there doing nasty stuff. She got a sex tape out. Guess somebody leaked the sex tape. They got these people up here representing black women. But let me tell you this, black women see themselves like that. Not all, but a lot of black women see themselves like these little floozies that's up on the stage. They love it. They voted 98% or 93%. 88% is what that poll showed. They voted 88% for that mess. So majority of black women love that. They had Kamala Harris at the church. All they doing is clapping. At the church house, promoting that woman. Black women love that. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. There are some good black women. There's some smart black women. There's some intelligent black women that probably could be the president one day. But the majority of black women that vote, they ain't it. They ain't it, sis. They lost. Many times they lost cause. If you a woman and you thought Kamala Harris, you voted for Kamala Harris because she a woman, what kind of woman are you? That's an ignorant woman. Ain't no man want no ignorant woman. They want her for a one-night stand. They want you to hang out. You be the side chick. Ain't nobody want a wife that's ignorant. I'd be so mad. I'd be so disappointed. I wouldn't even marry a woman that say, I'm going to go vote for somebody who could they a woman. Baby, you ain't got no sense. How you going to raise a family? How you going to be a mom? How you going to be the CEO of the household and you too dumb to do an evaluation on who you voting for? Black women, y'all in trouble. And I'm not saying it. I'm talking to black blogs. Look at black men on these shows. Look, man, I'm done with talking about black people. Y'all get it. Let's see. Night Call. Thanks so much for the super chat. I remember when you shared the story in 2020 about running up the number. We didn't get it. We didn't get to do it in 2020, but we did it this time, Coach. Happy Liberation Day. That's right. I told y'all, run up the skull. We ran up the skull in 2020, but you know what happened. But we ran that mud up way harder this time. We ran it up so hard they had to call it on Election Day. We ran it up so much they had to call it on Election Day, ladies and gentlemen. They had to call that race. We were whooping their head, man, like a bad kid disobeying his grandma. Let's see. Jeremy, thanks so much for the super chat. I need a new shirt that says I voted for the felon. Let's get it. Hey, send us a customer service line. We'll hook you up and tell them that I said I sent you from the super chat. Take a screenshot of the super chat and then send it to them so they know you and just make it up. We'll get you a shirt. I'm so happy we won for real. My liberal girlfriend literally dumped me over their loss this morning. Rough day, but also a glorious day. 100%. Bro, your girlfriend dumped you. She did you a favor. God did you a favor. If your woman dumped you because the worst presidential candidate in history lost, she dumb. She want to go with that beta male down the street that's going to tell her everything she want to hear, and she's unprotected. All right, let's go down here. I got D. Thanks so much for super chat. Thank you for being obedient and revealing the truth, brother. I appreciate it, D. Thank you so much. Black woman, smart black woman. See, these are black. We need more black women. We need black women like that raise other black men and women, and then maybe we'll see the thing turn around. Because Candace Owens is a smart black woman. There's a whole bunch of smart black women. It's just unfortunately that a lot of them get tricked. There's a lot of smart black men too. Black people. Let me say this and I'm gonna shut up. Maybe we got another clip.
Yeah, we got a bunch of liberals melting out for fun.
Let's see. We'll do those another time. You think we didn't do them now? Do y'all want to see these liberals crying? Y'all want to see these liberals crying? Let me know in the comment section if you want to see the clips of these liberals crying. And we'll go ahead. We'll keep going. We might even do this from now on. Just go live and just talk all the topics at one time so y'all can watch it once and then we'll put some clips out so if you missed it. Everybody say yes, bro. I don't see a person saying no. All right, let's get it. All right, Nick, put the clip on. I want y'all to see these liberals line. I mean, liberals crying. Cry me a river. Cry me. Cry me a river. Some of y'all know Justin Timberlake. I think that was Justin Timberlake that sang that song. Cry me. Kamala, get out. You're fired. Go home, mama. Yeah. Jerome, tell her, go home. Go home, sis. You done, sis. Roll the clip.
All right, guys, it's time to go to bed. None of us are stressed about the election, right? We all are gonna just go have the best night's sleep of our lives, aren't we?
I did. You had the best sleep of your life. Dog licking them liberal tears.
I'm done. I'm done with you. I'm done with you and your mother and your sister. I'm just done with all of this.
She cried. She in the ball. She in the ball. You too old to be acting like that, woman. Dang, she knocking them back.
Guys, we literally don't even have to panic. We literally don't have to freak out right now. We don't even have to fucking, we don't have to freak out. We don't have to freak out because it's not even real. Because, bitch, recount the vote!
Guys, I just voted, and I chose family. Let's end this reign of terror now. I chose family. I chose women. I chose America. I love you. We're moving on. I'm moving on. We're moving on. I love all of this. Let's do it. Let's do this.
That boy T levels are low. Bro, get the T levels right. Come on, bro. Got the neck tat. Still crying.
We were wrong. It's an utter betrayal for anybody that is not a cisgendered white Christian. If you voted for that man, if you voted for anybody other than Kamala and you live in one of the states that it was, close, or if you didn't vote, fuck you. Fuck you. I don't want to hear about how shitty your life gets under his policies.
Right. Nick forgot to edit this thing.
Live with that decision. Sit with it. Let it make you uncomfortable.
So excuse me, y'all don't want to have the cussing.
It's all right.
It's old, I think.
It's all right. I feel that way too. It's all right. We feel that way together, okay? Let it out.
Not unless it's your second time doing this.
Let it out.
God dang. Come on, breathe, sis. You gonna pass out. Breathe. Breathe. It's okay.
Everybody wants to show the happy side. I'm mad as hell today!
She could be in a scary movie, bro. She need to rehearse. She need to get in a scary movie.
But because I have responsibilities, I'm gonna do these freaking dishes. Whew.
Yeah, get in the kitchen and do them dishes, woman.
It's gonna be all right.
I don't know what the fuck y'all want me to say.
Oh, man.
I don't know what dream y'all want me to sell you, what reassurance you think that I should be giving you right now, but I can't. I'm a black woman in America, and I'm tired.
I'm tired. You look tired.
I'm tired.
You tired, yeah.
I'm disgusted with this country. I'm disgusted with the people in this country, and I'm disgusted with myself because I had so much faith in humanity. thank you, because I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. The country that literally was built on the back of racism, homophobia, misogyny. Like, what the fuck was I thinking? I went out and voted for the black man that got lynched 5 hours away from me. I went and voted for the people whose bodies were found behind. I'm tired.
Donald Trump is president, and I think all women should stop having sex for the next 4 years in protest and protection of your bodies. As we know, if that little baby inside you gives you any trouble and you need an emergency health care, you're fucked.
She cussed. But anyway, look, somebody said in the super chat, therapist about to make a bag. People gonna be going to therapy over a lie, bro. It's all made up. How many minutes we got? Y'all forgive the cuss words. And if you watching this clip after we edit it, you ain't gonna hear the cuss words. We'll edit it out. But this is live. So hopefully Nick didn't got us somebody kids watching this thing cussing. Roll the clip.
And you're gonna die. I think that is sufficient enough reason to stop having sex. Don't you agree?
I think you should.
This vote wasn't a vote for Americans. This vote was for men. And unless we want to become the Handmaid's Tale, then us women need to protest, because this is some buttery bullshit. I'm sorry to the women and minorities who aren't going to get the help that they need in the next 4 years. I'm sorry for the people who are impoverished, who are just going to keep dying from starvation and lack of healthcare and lack of governmental support. People are actually praising this guy, and it's a freaking joke. Look at the states he won. You won't catch me there. You'll catch me in New York City. And I'm sorry to all the women who are going to suffer in these bumpkin-ass, small-ass little towns because of this. Reason why I'm a New Yorker and always will be. Fuck Florida.
Yo, I'm scared to go to sleep.
He's scared to go to sleep.
I might wake up a motherfucking slave.
Oh, my God.
To this crazy story about great.
Yo, like, why are y'all
wake up a
Trump
slave.
supporters? Like, why?
Time machine.
This is a fraud.
Why are y'all Trump supporters? Like, why is this a thing right now? Why is this okay? I can't do this no more. I should have kept my vote to myself, because I knew it didn't fucking matter. I knew it didn't. Yo, I'm scared to go to sleep.
All right. Is it more? She did that twice. All right, play him.
I knew it didn't.
Disappointed, sad, angry for human rights, LGBTQIA+, reproductive rights, women rights, education rights, environmental rights. It's just very disappointing, because I was looking at the demographic, and a lot of Latinos and a lot of women and a lot of minorities really fall for the lies from either TikTok, the news, anything.
All the women's and the woman's. The woman's, it's called women. I'm glad that they crying. Too bad Nick got them cussing on here, boy. All right, let me get to the super chat real quick. Somebody gave a $100 super chat. I appreciate it. It says, please keep preaching the truth. All these crybabies on here are being lied to and don't know the truth. This is reality. 1,000%. I almost feel bad for them, but man, they blast us for I don't know how many years. They've been trashing us for years and years and years. And so I'm like, no, you gotta let it sink in. Let it sink in. It's like the woman that cheat on you and she wants you to bring her back. It's like, no. Hold on. You cheated. You had a chance, but you treated me dirty. I ain't gonna be mean with you. I don't want you back. That's it. Go find another man. I don't want you back. I have learned from your mistake. Let's move on. We don't need to talk no more. And that's what they did. They cheated on us in front of the world. And they want us to feel sorry for them. No. You didn't even let your daughter, you didn't let your grandma see her grandchildren because you believe in a lie. And now you in for it. Anyway, thank y'all for the super chats. We've been on here for about an hour and a half. I like that's good timing. I want to show you guys the store one more time before you leave. So on the way out, get you some merch from the Tatum store. We'll pop it up on the screen here in a second. Stay tuned. Thank y'all for joining the Tatum Squad. Thank y'all who are in the Tatum Squad that are commenting. These modern day woke liberals are absolutely terrible. 1,000%. 10,000%. And thank y'all to the 20,000 or so people that are watching right now. A whole bunch of y'all have been watching for a long time, and I appreciate you. Thank y'all. I almost didn't go live because we missed the speech, but we were able to recover it. So if you're just now jumping in, go back to the beginning of the video. That's the Kamala Harris speech. Now, here's some merch that we have right now for the victory. We already put this. Shout out to Benji for getting it all set, ready to go. My favorite, as soon as they give me my sample, because we getting all y'all stuff ready, I'm gonna have them pull me a sample there so I can wear it for you guys so you can see how awesome this merch is. This is the number one, well, at least it's the number one. I don't know which one is the number one that people are getting, but the victory shirt, Donald Trump victory shirt, is fire. My favorite one is this one with the ring on it. That one is fire. That is my favorite all-time Trump shirt that I have, is fire. You go down here, not tired of winning. That's in the red. We got Make America Great Again with the rings in his hand, both rings, 45 and 47. We got the play clock here, or at least the scoreboard here, 45, 47. We got some other merch on here that you guys may want to get, the 47 shirt. We got a ton of stuff, man. We got all kind of stuff. Everything you need, we got it here. My wife has a store called Freedom University, and also Candace Owens has a store, and you get some of her merch too. Candace Owens stuff is here. She got some mugs. We don't have mugs. So Candace got mugs. Make Kamala Indian again is viral. So get you some stuff from Candace Owens' store as well. We're gonna get it to the point where you can probably get Candace stuff and our stuff to get my stuff together. We produce all of this stuff in house right here in Scottsdale, Arizona. So anyway, I love you guys. Go on, use the discount code POTUS30. Get 30% off. That's the big part. POTUS30. And even if you don't buy nothing, just go from here, go to the store, peruse the store, look at it, check it out. Maybe you'll find something you like. 30% off is the biggest discount that we give. If you go and purchase after the discount code is expired, I do give discounts to people who are in the military, people who are first responders, teachers, truck drivers, you name it. We have a special discount that you can qualify for life. All right, or as long as you're in that career field. One more super chat, and I'm out of here. Let's see. Avenue 77 said, just in, Plies is suing Megan, Glorilla, Cardi, Soulja Boy for losing the election. Cry me a river. I see y'all later, man. God bless you. There's more to come.